So I think we're good to go here. So tonight we're going to do something a little different. I decided to go outside of my comfort zone, and so we're going to do more of an unboxing tonight, which means everything is not seamlessly planned. So we'll see how that comes together. If you are new to my page, my name is Jenna Moore. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in London, Ontario, Canada. And every Sunday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, I go live on my Facebook page and I share new products, new projects, and sometimes some new techniques. So tonight I'm going to share with you a new product. We're going to work from the kit collection, and so there's a fun new kit that was released, and we'll talk more about the kits when I flip the camera around. So actually, let me do that now. And I did want to tell you before we get started with our crafting tonight, we do have a sale on right now. It's called The Savings Are in Bloom, and it's a special promotion for the month of March, where you can get the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which if you have watched my live videos before, I will often pull this mini machine because it's nice and compact. It's easy to use on a desk. So if you have a small crafting space, the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is a great tool for your crafting stash. This cut and emboss machine is 20% off right now, so it's a great time to get that. And then some of the bundles that coordinate with the mini machine are also on sale for 20% off. And so these are all ones from the annual catalog. If you watched last Sunday's live video, we were creating with the Celebrate Sunflowers bundle. There's lots of different options here depending on what your preferences are, or stamp sets that you often lean to. Sweet as a Peach is one of my other favorite bundles, so that's a good one also. And then I did want to mention, because it is sort of a new month, there is this host code if you visit my online store, which you can get through my blog. You can get to my online store, and when you enter the March host code, you do receive a reward from me when you spend $50 or more. That gift comes to you the month after and is sent directly to you from me as a gift. And so make sure when you're checking out online that you enter that host code. So let's get into the crafting. So like I said, we're working from the kit collection. So Stampin' Up! Has changed how it operates with their kits in the last couple of years. I think this is the second year that we have this new kit collection feature. And so we started off the kit collection with a certain number of kits, and then Stampin' Up! Will release new kits from time to time, and they are only available while supplies last. So we had a couple at Christmas. We had a birthday one, which is currently sitting in the online store as unavailable, so I don't know if that means that that is now no longer available or whether they will restock it. I haven't heard anything, so I guess time will tell. This is the newest kit, and I thought I could show you what is entailed in a kit in our kit collection, and then we could create some cards. So this is a fun one. This is actually, I'm looking forward to seeing what's in here. I've only taken off the cellophane, and I haven't looked at any of the contents in here. So this really feels like an unboxing video if you're into that. I know my nieces like to watch unboxing videos on YouTube. So we're doing our own unboxing of a different kind tonight. This kit is called Robot Buddies, and it is specifically a kid's card kit, and I didn't really realize that until I opened the kit. When I ordered it, I didn't realize it was a kid's card kit, which is actually something that I have been looking for Stampin' Up! To release. So it's kind of fun that this is geared towards kids, because oftentimes, like I know my nieces, when they come over, they just love to create cards. So it's nice that this is an all-inclusive kit. It's something that you could use to craft with your own kids or your grandkids, but it's also something that you could buy as a gift for kids who are crafty, It's also a great option to take on vacation. Now I know this week in Ontario, I think for the most part, it's March break. This would be a good kit to sort of buy and have in your stash for when you go on vacation or when it's a rainy day or something like that. So much like the paper pumpkin kits we have, you get a full set of colored instructions. So it lays out all the step-by-step instructions for creating the cards. So I'm going to keep these handy because they might come in handy. And then on the back you get the information about what's in the kit, all the kit components, and then the coordinating colors. So in this kit, the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors are Balmy Blue, Bermuda Bay, Green Apple Green, Night of Navy, and Pumpkin Pie. So I did look at that part before I opened, or before we got started tonight, because I wanted to pull a couple sheets of extra cardstock in case we needed them. So we have that, and then we'll go through the kit here. So here we go. So everything comes self-contained in the box. You do get a stamping block. So if the kids that you are creating with have no Stampin' Up! Crafting supplies at all, this has everything in it that you need. You don't really need anything else besides this kit. So you do get the clear block. You want to make sure that whoever you're giving this kit to knows not to throw this away at the end. You get, in this kit, you get 2 ink spots. So we have Bermuda Bay and Pumpkin Pie. I've pulled my full-size ink pads because it's just easier for me to work with. But you do have those Stampin' spots that, of course, you don't want to throw out either. You can use these for other art projects. These are great if you are going away and you don't want to pack, you know, your full ink pads like this. You want to just take little ones. This is also a good way if you're just starting out to collect different ink colors with our kits, because if you bought a few kits, then you would have multiple colors. And then you get this stamp set. So isn't this fun with the little robot body parts? And the greetings are happy birthday and let's be friends, which I feel like are probably the 2 sentiments that kids are going to use on cards anyway, so that's great. And then the embellishment are these fun eyeballs for the robots, so those are super cute. And then let's see, so we have some die cut labels for the greetings, so it looks like there's 2 sheets of those. And then we have some blank card fronts for our stamping. We have a full sheet of Stampin' Dimensionals. And then there's a whole bunch. Oh, these are stickers, so that would be incredibly fun. I know my nieces love stickers. So these would be fun, the gears and all the parts of the robots. And then there's these beautiful envelopes. I think they're all the same. And so they're Balmy Blue and Night of Navy in terms of color. And they have these fun gear insides in the envelopes. So you have all the envelopes for that. You do get supplies to make 9 cards in the kit. I do believe, am I lying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes, 8, 9. Excuse me. I never remember to turn on my humidifier when I'm down here. Okay, so you get 3 different card designs and 3 bases for each card. So if you have other crafting supplies, I'm sure that these stickers and of course the stamps are going to go further than that. So there's lots of supplies to make cards. So let's get started. I'm going to try to go by just visual and see if we can make this happen. This is what happens when you're not prepared. Okay, so we're going to start with this one first. So this color is Bermuda Bay, and as you can see, the insides are white, so you don't have to add any paper to the inside of your card. It's all ready for doing your messages. They're all pre-scored, so you don't have to worry about having a trimmer or a scoreboard. Okay, and then all these pieces of white go on the fronts of the dark card bases. And then on this card, I think we do stamping. So, looks like it. So really, they're probably not going to turn out exactly how how they're supposed to. And I think these are mixed and matched with the stickers. So stamping and stickers combined. So all the stamps are photopolymer, which is great because when you're building the images like you are for these robots, you want to be able to see through so you can match up the pieces. So I'm going to do this big robot first, and I've grabbed some of my extra paper pumpkin blocks so we can save a little time here. And then I'm going to put happy birthday on here. Okay, so we've got those three. Let's get started stamping. So I'm going to start with pumpkin pie because that's what the instructions use first. And we're going to stamp up the body of the robot, pumpkin pie, and stamp that there. And then the head. So you can mix and it looks like you can mix and match body parts with the robots. There we go. And then in the instructions, it looks like this piece here is a sticker, and that just fits here. So I feel like all these little stickers, you can sort of make your own custom robots, which is super fun for kids. So we're gonna try this head of this robot and the other body, and then we're gonna stamp two more. I'm not really gonna look at the instructions. They're just gonna come out the way they are. But we're gonna switch over to Bermuda Bay. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. So Bermuda Bay, and this guy's gonna go on this side. I don't know if this is just a kid's kit because I feel like I'm having lots of fun doing this. Now, the one thing that the kit doesn't come with is a way to clean your stamps. So you could use, if you have baby wipes, or even if you just had a cloth with some water on it, that would be enough to remove the ink when you want to switch out the colors. This ink is water-based, or if you have the Simply Chamois in your craft stash, you could grab that out. But baby wipes or just a cloth with water would work just as well. The Simply Chamois is you just use water with it. So this is nice and easy. You just let it air dry and then resaturate it with water when you're ready to create your next projects. So now I'm going to do this little robot again. And I'm going to do the bigger head. Make sure he's the right side up. Okay. Now I'm wondering if there's any of these. Oh, there's a bow tie. That would be cute. Let's see. Try an orange one. Put that on this guy. This kind of reminds me of when I was a kid and we had paper dolls. Did anyone have paper dolls? I'm sure that you did. Just trying to think what else we can put on here in terms of body parts. Oh, this has a gear. I wonder where the gears are supposed to go. No. Not gonna do that. So I just saw one of them, they use the bow as a hair bow, so that's kind of nice. There. Okay, so we've used some stickers and some stamps. As you can see, I've got some little blobs on here, but we'll fix that up with some embellishments. So I'm gonna actually put some eyeballs on one of these. I'm just gonna use my fingers. So let's see, I feel like this guy needs some eyeballs. Okay, there we go. That's all I'm gonna do with this one. And then we're gonna use some adhesive. So if you have white glue, that would work well. I feel like this kit probably has glue dots in them. No, they don't have glue dots. So you probably need, well, I guess unless you're going to use dimensionals for everything. So that's probably the idea. I'm supposed to probably be using dimensionals to put that piece on, but I didn't. Oh, and I forgot the happy birthday. That's perfect. That's what's going to cover that piece. So die cuts, and I'm going to use pumpkin pie on this large tag here. we go. And now I'm definitely going to use Stampin' Dimensionals for this one. Okay, so here's my dimensionals. So probably need a couple of these. And I feel like you'd have lots of these Stampin' Dimensionals for all the, oh, that's perfect. It's gonna cover up my little splotch perfectly. So that's the first card. So that's super cute. So it'd be great if your kids go to a lot of birthday parties during the year. This is fun just to, you know, make the kit, and then the kids would be able to give them out at their the birthday parties they attend. So that's a good way to use this kit. Okay, let's go with the next one. Where did I put all those card bases? Oh, this one looks fun. So this one is pre-printed with the clouds and the grass. And I think I'm going to use some of these. I'm just going to do, what did they do on this one? It was just one robot. So I'm going to use the stickers because I think these are fun. And you get to mix and match heads. I like this one here. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay, we've got that. And now, because this is the grass scene, I'm going to put down some flowers. And what else is on here? Oh, there's little flowers too. So we're going to use one of those too. Okay, there we go. I think that's good. And then, what was that other saying? So this one says, let's be friends. And I'm going to use one of these blocks. And this one I'm going to do in Bermuda. So if you have some of the other coordinating colors like Night of Navy or Balmy Blue, you could pull those out and use them as well. And this one, I'm going to use the pumpkin pie. Pop that out. And you don't have to have a die cutting machine or anything for this. I don't even think you need scissors. It's just super easy to put together and lots of fun. There. Sort of a one layer card. So that was a fast one to put together. And then the last one in here. Oh, this one has a bunch of Balmy Blue gears on it. So these you could also, if you have cardstock, and maybe that's what we'll do. I'm going to grab my trimmer. I'm going to show you how you can make your card pieces go further. So instead of using this as our card base, I'm going to cut it up. So I'm going to make this card base into 2 card fronts. So to do that, I feel like I'm going to mess this up, yes. I know my basic card front is going to measure 4. I feel like I'm going to mess up these measurements, 4 by 5 1/4. So this way you're getting 2 card fronts out of 1 card base. And so I'm just going to cut that other one. So again, 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm finding that trimmers are quite common in households. So even if you're giving this to kids who craft in other ways, they probably have a paper trimmer of some kind at home. And then, just trying to think what, I'm going to grab the Night of Navy. So I pulled a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and we're going to make a basic card base. So 5 1/2. So you're cutting 1 piece of cardstock in 2. I'm going to get rid of my cutting blade, turn it around, and then at 4 1/4, I'm going to put my score line in there. And again, most basic trimmers will have the score blade and the cutting blade on there. So let's get rid of that. So this is a way you can extend your kit to create more cards. Like that. That works perfect. Okay. And then I'm just trying to see what this is going to look like. Oh, and then they use the white piece. This is what happens when I do a kit, is all the pieces go all over the place. Okay, here we go. So we have this. And then, okay, so they use the stickers on here. I'll try to stick more to the directions for the rest of this card. So there's this robot. And then I really like these stickers. I feel like they should have more of these stickers in some of the other kits. And maybe they do and I just haven't noticed. Okay. I'm going to stamp. I'm going to use some of these other stamps. I'm going to put some gears just as a background. Let's see if we can make this happen. Use one of the blocks. There we go. And I'm going to use, maybe I'm going to use pumpkin pie. And I'm going to use these. I'm going to stamp off. So this would, I don't know, this could be a technique that you could teach kids how to use. There we go. Okay, so a bit of background stamping. And then a greeting. So on this one, I'm going to use the not Coastal Cabana, but Bermuda Bay. I'm going to do that same Let's Be Friends. There we go. Pop that out. Add some dimensionals. Okay. So, and there we go. So now we're going to put it together. So I'm going to take this, what used to be a card base, and now we're going to use it as a card front. So we're just going to add multiple layers. And then on this one, I'm going to put some dimensionals on it, which I believe is the intention here. That just gives a little more border. So now we have lots of dimension here. And then, oh, could use some more stickers. Maybe I'll add some of these other colored gears. And then this one. Yeah, I like that. Oh, here's the eyeballs. I'm going to use Night of Navy on this guy here. Okay, there we go. So the last thing I want to show you, so a different way you can cut up your pieces, and I don't know, you may or may not be a fan of this, but sometimes when they're really pretty envelope liners, I like to cut the envelopes. So to do that carefully, so really I want this back piece as a card front, so I'm going to carefully open up the envelope. And again, I'm going to use those same measurements to cut this piece down. So I like to use, really what I'm doing is I'm using the envelope liner as designer series paper. So I'm using it as pattern paper. So I'm going to cut this flap off. And I'm going to cut this flap off. Some people may find this painful. I'm sorry if I'm sorry this part is causing you stress. Okay, I'm going to stick this in at 4 inches and then 5 1/4. Okay, so we've got that basic card front, and I just love these gears. And then I'm also going to take, why not keep cutting? So what does this measure? This measures 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut 1/4 inch off each side. So this is at 5, so I'm going to cut it down to 4 3/4. Yes. Just so that when we layer these on top of each other, we see more of the gears. I might even change that later. We'll see. Okay. And then we can choose one of the coordinating colors. So perhaps this will work, depending if I can see comments. Oh, hi Janine, hi Kelly, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about colors. So we could use, ooh, I like Bermuda Bay. That combination looks pretty good. Or granny apple green. Oh, I do have Night of Navy left. I didn't bother with pumpkin pie. So we could do Night of Navy, so more monochromatic. Let me know if you have an opinion, otherwise I'm gonna pick something. So if you're watching live, let me know if you have an opinion. Or basic white. Let me know what you think. Anyone have an opinion? If you do, let me know, otherwise I'm gonna pick something. And I know there's a delay, so I'll wait a couple seconds while I figure out what we're gonna put on here. I think I'm gonna stamp on this one. So while I'm waiting to see, I'm gonna clean up my stamps. And I'm gonna make this one into a birthday card. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. So if anyone, Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green. Okay. So I'm not seeing any comments. I'm gonna go with Bermuda Bay because I like that one. Okay. So again, we're making a card base. So this is gonna measure, I'm gonna take one 8.5 by 11 sheet. Janine, you're no help. That's okay. I can go with it. Bermuda Bay works well for me. 8.5 by 11. I'm sticking the paper in and I'm cutting it at 5.5 and scoring at 4.25. And put my trim blade or my score blade back on. And there we go. Okay, so I think I'm done cutting up pieces for now. Because I've totally taken this kit and just gone to town with my trimmer. Okay, so there we go. So this is kind of the idea we're looking for. And then to totally transform this, I also pulled some of these new Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels. And I pulled these out because they're blues and green tones. If you haven't seen these yet, they're new. They're not in the catalogs. Somewhere I had a flyer. Here we go. This is from the new Waves of the Ocean collection. If you've seen this, so we have, is this a preview of new product in the new annual catalog? So there will be the stamp set and dies, but these products down here are limited time. They're only available until May 2nd. Yeah. So the paper, the foil paper, and the basic jewels, which is what I'm using tonight, and all the beautiful blues are just while supplies last. So somehow I'm going to incorporate those in here. So let's do some stamping. I'm going to stamp my robots in Bermuda Bay. And I think I'm going to do the two of them. And they're going to be like best friends. So I'm going to have this one. I need to re-ink my ink pad. So I will say with the Stampin' spots, they are refillable also. So if you invest in re-inkers for your Stampin' spots, you will be able to continue to use them or refill them as you go. And then I'm going to do the two different heads. So I think this one works best there. And then this guy here. The Bermuda Bay. Like those. And then I'm going to add some stickers. Because now I'm obsessed. So this guy here, I'm going to put this pumpkin pie piece on. And then, oh, what to do. This guy's going to have this. He's also going to have his little heart sticker here. And then, let's see, what else can we do? Oh, I'm going to try one of these ears. I should have probably put this closer to the bottom. Let's see what this looks like. So this is probably where you need paper snips. Or scissors of some kind. I'm going to cut this. that back on my sheet for later. And then I'm going to put this at the top just to add some decorative design. And then I'm going to leave space for our little banner here. This one I'm going to Stampin' pumpkin pie. And happy birthday. I feel like this is crooked. Pumpkin pie. There we go. Now, once I pop this out, we can put it all together. Actually, this guy needs a bow tie also. There we go. Okay, so I'm taking my envelope liner, which is now a card front, and I'm going to glue it on the front of this Bermuda Bay piece of cardstock, and then I'm going to use the dimensionals to pop up this piece. So now I just have to figure out how to bring in those jewels. So let's put Stampin' Dimensionals on here. I think this is, I put it on the little cockeyed. I'm getting too excited about my robots. Here we go. There, that's better. And oh, that worked out perfectly. Now my jewels. So there's 6 different shades of these rhinestones. And it's a giant pack, which are lovely. Okay, so I know these ones are more like Night of Navy. So I'm gonna add some of those. And then these ones, they're not quite grainy apple green, but they're more of a green tone. So I'm going to add those. And then these ones on the end kind of remind me of Bermuda Bay. So, and as I'm putting these jewels on, I feel like I'm creating a fancy robot party. So they have their bow ties on, they're all blinged out, they're all ready to go. So this is a way you can completely transform the kit into something completely different than anything that was on the instructions, and that came together with one extra piece of paper and turning the envelope into a card front. So you can definitely be creative. You don't have to be sticking with the 3 designs that are in here. You can make your own creation. So I hope that you enjoyed this kit. If you have questions about any of our kit collections or any of the products that I've used here tonight, feel free to send me a message. Otherwise, I hope that you have a good night. If you're watching on the replay on YouTube and you like this video, make sure to like it. You can also subscribe so that you can see all of my future videos. Otherwise, I hope you have a great night and a great week. Take care, and I'll see you next Sunday at 7:30 for Sunday Stamping. Bye now.